Joining us now, Senator Lindsey Graham, South Carolina. Senator, thank you for being back. Let me go first to this. You and I had, and I don't think you mind, we had a private conversation about the 10-day audit, and you went into a great explanation. You just didn't think it was ever going to come close to working, and that you were even saying then we should move on. Okay, I disagreed with you, but you know, we have agreed on a lot, and sometimes we're going to disagree.
Right.
I don't like what's happening in restaurants and airports to any of these people.
Yeah. Well, number one, I want to thank the police who came to my aid. I know people are frustrated. I wanted President Trump to win so badly. I thought he was a consequential president. I think he made the world safer and more prosperous. I'm a constitutional conservative. I believe in federalism, even when I don't like the outcome. There's a process under our Constitution. I followed it the best I knew how. I stand by my vote. But now, tonight, I'm calling on President-elect Biden to pick up the phone and call Nancy Pelosi and the squad to end the second impeachment. President Trump gave a statement last night that was helpful. It hit the mark. He wants to move on to a peaceful transfer of power. He wants this to end. I've been with him most of the day. He's going to focus on his agenda, his successes for the American people in the next few days. But Joe Biden said it's up to Congress regarding impeachment. No, President-elect Biden, it's up to you. Pick up the phone, call Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, and the squad and tell them, stand down. This will destroy the country even further. You have the power to do that. The question is, do you have the courage to do it? I told my supporters at home, the President of the United States, who I admire and supported, that it was time to move on. It was over. I'm asking no more of you, President-elect Biden, than I ask of myself. Pick up the phone and tell Pelosi, Schumer, and the squad to stand down. No more impeachments.
Why would you expect it did you ever hear Joe Biden once talk about the dirty Russian dossier? Did you ever hear him once speak out against premeditated fraud on a FISA court? Did you all he said was his quid pro quo on tape that he's bragging about and defended his son. Now we know a lot more about Kazakhstan, Ukraine, Russia, $3.5 million, oligarchs, Chinese nationals, private equity. I think Joe Biden might not be liking his own positions coming up fairly shortly if this is the game he wants to play. Because clearly it is, or else he would have spoken out at least once.
Right. So he never mentioned the Horowitz report. So if Garland comes over before the Judiciary Committee, I'm going to ask him, will you allow the Durham report to be honored? Will you allow the prosecutor in Delaware to proceed forward against Hunter Biden without interference? Will you take the Durham report seriously? I'm going to ask Garland, what are you going to do to clean up the mess created by Comey and McCabe and others? And I'm dying to hear what he will say.
If Democrats were intellectually honest and consistent and applied the same standards and arguments they used on Ukraine in their impeachment hoax, and you applied it to Joe, you're not getting the $1 billion unless you fire the prosecutor investigating my son that admits he has no experience, millions. If they applied that tape and those circumstances to Joe, Democrats would have to impeach him on day one. True or false? If they applied the same standards.
Oh, my God, beyond true. They accused the Democrats, the Trump family, of doing something illegal for trying to build a hotel in Russia. If you thought that was a problem, how in the world can you give Hunter Biden a pass, given everything he did, taking millions of dollars from the most corrupt company in the Ukraine, Burisma, going all over China to get sweetheart deals? If you really thought the Trump family did something wrong but trying to do business lawfully in Russia, then what are you going to do about Hunter Biden? But I just want to end it with this. We have a chance here to start over. President Trump did the right thing last night in the last 24 hours. Instead of trying to match what President Trump has done, the radical Democrats are talking about another impeachment that will destroy the country even further. And there's one man that can stop this, President-elect Biden. I hope you will use the power you have to stop it before it's too late.
I'm going to give you some advice, unsolicited as it is, Senator. Whatever you do, don't hold your breath. You'll suffocate over time, because it ain't going to happen, in my opinion. But thank you for being with us.
You may be right, and God, I hope it does. But if you're right, God help us all.